the last piece of this, we want to kind of connect taking user input with maybe something like interacting with an API. I don't know. So in this example, we had started to investigate maybe writing a couple functions in Last.fm that would return good information. And it turns out that where we were looking for images, the images are almost always blank, like in everything except for the albums. So if we want to get albums, we're gonna have, or if we want to get artwork, we're gonna have to interact with the albums of an artist in order to find it. At least that seems how things are going to me. So this stuff should be familiar. You know, here's our base URL. I'm going to input an artist. There's the get similar method in the artist queries. So I'm going to try and get similar artists to somebody. And just remember, you have to put your API key in, and then you'll be able to make a request. And I just make this at the combination of the base URL and this artist URL. Get a response, and it's just a number of it's a dictionary that has keys, and one of the keys is the similar artists, and then you can look at the artist, and that's a list. You can look at the first artist in that list and extract the name, and I see that that's Bruce Dickinson. So this makes a lot of sense because he is Iron Maiden singer. If I want all the similar artists, I can just loop over this. What's inside here is a list, like we saw before. It's a list of dictionaries where each of them contains artist information. So we can loop over this similar artist key and extract the name from them. And that's all I've done here with this list comprehension, is we're just looping over this dictionary and grabbing the name from each of the artists. And then we have a big long list of similar artists who seems about right. Saxon, Dio, that's what we're talking about. WASP or WASP. All right, Satan. Great. And then, maybe we want to do something, maybe you just want to take the first 5 of these, maybe you want everybody, I don't know, however we want to handle it, but I thought that maybe we could just take a random selection of that from that group, okay? So same kind of idea, if we choose 5 things from that artist category, we could just grab any of those 5 random things. Or if we want just the names, see, these images will, they're all dead from that kind of page here. So I probably actually just want to go into the similar artists. I don't need all that other information here. All right, so there, maybe we make a recommendation that they listen to Blaze Bailey, Axel Rudy Pell, Wasp, Edge Guy, Ed Guy. I'm not familiar. I'll have to listen. Master Plan. All right. So that's the first part, and then that's easy enough to see how we could write a function to do that. The next thing is then to take those artists and get some information about them. So in this case, I'm just grabbing the first similar artist and using the get top albums method with that artist. But my thinking is that then we could input, we could grab 5 random artists, we could get the top albums for all of them and display that to the user. All right, so just passing the artist here, you see that you returned a dictionary. Again, there's a list of albums with the artist, who in this case, that was Bruce Dickinson. And now these images actually work though. The images here work. So these URLs will be good, and what we could do is we could try and grab the artist name, an image, the name of the record, and maybe even the play count. All right, so that would be that's my kind of thinking. And this just comes a little bit with playing around with different queries, but making a similar artist query gives me back this list, and then I can grab people from this list, look up their top albums, and maybe return a couple of top albums from each of those individuals based on this.